Welcome, adrenaline fans. High-speed police chases take over the streets. In Orlando, a credit card fraud suspect sparks chaos. In Texas, teens flee from police, leaving a Camaro SS completely destroyed, and a reckless female driver narrowly misses a chemical tanker in a heart-stopping escape. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss these high-speed police chases. On September 18, 2024, Trooper Riley received a BOLO alert for a brown Ford Explorer that had just fled from the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Investigation confirmed that the suspect had multiple active warrants. Immediately, units activated their emergency lights and engaged in a high-speed pursuit, determined to stop the criminal before he could commit any further serious offenses.
Stop your car, you're gonna get hit. Here, stop your car, you're gonna get hit.
Officer Riley accelerated toward the target like a hawk hunting its prey. At speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, even the smallest decision by the police could either end the pursuit or trigger an unimaginable disaster. At this critical moment, officers relied on radio support to make the most precise decisions. At mile marker 164, the suspect accelerated to 110 miles per hour, recklessly passing vehicles on the emergency lane before plunging straight into heavy traffic. At mile marker 165, the suspect attempted to overtake 3 vehicles in the middle lane, but their poor driving skills quickly became evident. The Ford lost control, cut across the front of a tanker truck, and slammed into the guardrail before coming to a complete stop in the middle of the roadway, totally disabled. Fortunately, the tanker driver reacted just in time to avoid what could have been a devastating tragedy. Outstanding driving skills, a stark contrast to the suspect's inexperience. Police quickly surrounded the vehicle and arrested the driver immediately after the pursuit ended. During a search, officers discovered drug paraphernalia on both the driver's seat and the front passenger seat. The suspect, 28-year-old Paige Nicole Blue, was medically evaluated and tested positive for drugs. She now faces multiple charges, including fleeing and eluding, driving with a suspended license, possession of cocaine, and several other offenses. April 8, 2025, during a routine patrol in Florida, a yellow Malibu tore through traffic at 90 miles per hour. Sirens screamed. Trooper Bonanno floored the accelerator. A high-speed pursuit erupted on I-4, with danger closing in every second. All units have you on the right location. I got the radio. Southbound, OBT.
Follow. Southbound OBT, going 154.
At the 75-mile mark on I-4, the yellow Malibu zoomed past where the speed limit was 60. Sirens blared. The driver hit the gas, swerved at 100 miles per hour plus, hit 3 civilian cars, and still fled.
Sorry, Chris, on number 2. When you see it, I'll call it out.
I got visual. We going northbound on South Division. What you got?
Did I see a visual? Northbound division. We're approaching one now. Approaching orange.
We're going northbound on Infiniti Ave.
Careful, all units 76 to patrol.
860, we're on here just behind him, which is last 20.
He signaled forward into that red truck. Northbound on Infiniti.
Is your GPS working?
Should be 1040. 1040.
You're northbound on Division?
Negative, northbound on Building 8.
Southbound on Anderson Street. What's that penalty?
Turn around. Anderson, be tired.
Steve Eastman, just by Summerland Avenue.
We are going over I-4 on Anderson.
Going under the spot garage.
Officer Bellevoir boxed in the Chevy Malibu at 490 East South Street. The driver, Tristan Stephen Dixon, bolted but was quickly caught. Passenger Melissa Andre also fled but was cornered and cuffed after ignoring verbal commands. Both were secured. Dixon received EMS treatment on scene.
All right, we need a cross street.
Officer Bellevoir boxed in the Chevy Malibu at 490 East South Street. The driver, Tristan Stephen Dixon, bolted but was quickly caught. Passenger Melissa Andre also fled but was cornered and cuffed after ignoring verbal commands. Both were secured. Dixon received EMS treatment on scene.
Chris, do we know where he is? I don't know where. What was the cross street on Anderson?
The address of the new station is going to be 450 East South Street, 450 East South Street.
91? 91, go ahead.
You're sending on the car. They're showing dispatch at the moment.
During the search, Dixon had a history of license suspensions and multiple active warrants. During a search of the vehicle, officers found over 200 hotel receipts, credit card numbers, and 2 notebooks filled with victim information. The 2 suspects faced a total of 310 counts of identity theft, along with fake IDs and a laptop containing stolen data.
This is reckless drive.
We're slowing down, speed to number 50. Dodge truck has crossed over the 1.
Around midnight on May 16th, Sherwood police called for backup on a vehicle pursuit along JFK Boulevard near I-40. The suspect's car sped eastbound on I-40, closing in fast on the I-57 interchange. Officers were right behind. Eastbound on I-40, the driver crossed the median onto northbound I-57. Suspect accelerated over 100 miles per hour, swerving and brake checking to hinder the pursuing officers. Officers executed a pit maneuver, but the driver suddenly slowed, complicating the takedown. Suspect tried to counter by steering sharply and spinning counterclockwise. The truck skidded, veered off-road, and crashed through a fence. Both the driver, Corey Briggs, and passenger Raven Jones surrendered. Sherwood police arrested both suspects' drug charges. Corey Briggs faced multiple counts, including possession with intent to deliver, fleeing, controlled substance violations, DUI first offense, and driving on a suspended or revoked license.
donuts in front of an apartment complex.
On September 9, 2024, during a routine patrol, officers spotted a red Camaro SS recklessly speeding around an apartment complex. Sirens blared, lights flashed, and a dangerous game was set in motion. As officers closed in, the suspect floored the gas, launching onto the highway at breakneck speed. Weaving dangerously through traffic, the teen pushed the car to its limits, hitting over 120 miles per hour. Sirens blared as officers tried to close the distance without putting civilian vehicles at risk. The pursuit played out like a high-speed slalom, only the cones were moving cars. Even a seasoned driver would struggle. For an untrained teen, it was impossible. After sideswiping several vehicles, the suspect darted onto the highway and the Camaro was badly wrecked. Near 740 Pinson, the car spun out and slammed into a light pole. Officers drew their weapons and ordered the teenagers to surrender on the spot. After detaining the teens, officers searched the wrecked Camaro SS. Inside, they discovered a handgun hidden under the front passenger seat, along with scattered personal belongings. The airbags had deployed, and the interior was trashed.
Hey, who's got a body?
644 to 333. Go ahead and head over.
After discovering the handgun inside the Camaro, officers questioned the teens about who was truly responsible for the weapon. However, all the suspects denied any connection to the firearm, leaving deputies with more questions than answers. After a full investigation, the suspect was identified as 18-year-old Johan Soto. He was booked into Kaufman County Jail, facing multiple serious charges, including money laundering, unlawful carrying of a weapon, possession of marijuana.
Let me see your ass! Let me see your fucking ass! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
On January 30th, 2024, at around 8:05 a.m., police were conducting speed enforcement on northbound Y-295, south of State Road 134. A gray Infiniti was spotted speeding in the left lane, estimated at 85 miles per hour, far exceeding the posted 55 miles per hour limit. The suspect drove recklessly, showing a complete disregard for the safety of other motorists. While maintaining high speed, the vehicle weaved from the far right lane to the far left, forcing other drivers to brake hard or swerve. The car then exited eastbound onto State Road 134 and continued recklessly weaving through traffic.
Drop it! Y'all see my bike in the middle of the road, bro. Y'all see my bike in the middle of the road. Car.
The suspect swerved back into the southbound lane on Jams Road to avoid oncoming traffic, then lost control while attempting a left turn onto Road 105 and crashed into a ditch.
Make sure they ain't got nothing in there. I'm not gonna be rough with you.
The suspect, identified as Monte Rashard Tobler, exited the vehicle and made suspicious movements, repeatedly reaching into his pockets. Sensing imminent danger, the officer drew his firearm and ordered him to show his hands. The suspect threw a plastic bag, continued reaching, and after several tense seconds, lay down and pulled a black sock from his hoodie. The suspect, Javen Tobler, and passengers Micaiah Simmons and Caitlin Buckner were taken into custody. Beneath Tobler's feet, officers uncovered a black sock stuffed with drug paraphernalia. A deeper search revealed syringes, digital scales, marijuana, and a suspicious small bag of blue-white powder in Buckner's bags. Though Tobler and Simmons pointed to Buckner, after being Mirandized, all denied ownership of the contraband.
What's the deal? You know anything?
No, I was getting robbed.
What are you getting robbed from where?
Our guy was on the highway on Collins, and he just started speeding and going crazy, and I just kept saying stop, 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 and he was happy.
Upon search, officers confirmed the syringes and unknown powder inside the bag. Tobler and Buckner were arrested on the spot and transported to Duval County for booking. A credit card fraud suspect sparks chaos in Orlando during a reckless chase. In Texas, a stolen Camaro SS is completely destroyed as teenagers flee the police. A female driver escapes narrowly, nearly colliding with a tanker loaded with hazardous materials. And in Arkansas, officers end a dangerous pursuit with a precise, long PIT maneuver on a fleeing Dodge Ram. These are more than chases, they are lessons in consequences. Crime and reckless actions destroy lives in seconds. Law enforcement fights every day to protect the public, but true safety starts with each of us. Respect the law, follow traffic rules. Your choices matter more than you think. Drive responsibly, live responsibly, and don't forget, subscribe to stay updated with real-life lessons from the road.